Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you my latest Winter Village mock skiing with Santa. Last year I made my first entry for this Winter Village contest over on Facebook. That was a Santa's Lake House that got the 6th place. Actually after that I refined that build and I turned it into a bigger mock with full interior that I submitted to LEGO Ideas, and I will put a link down below if you wanna go check it out and support it. But this year there is a new contest, again I will link it down below, and here is the character to which I'm gonna start the mock with. So my plan is to have Santa skiing with a bunch of friends and create a cool funny scene. So first thing first, here we have Santa on a cool pose. I use some bracket and connect the legs there so that it looks like he's snowboarding. And here we have the holiday elf that come from the recent CMF, for which I already built a minifigure habitat on my channel, and you can also check out the tutorial for that. Just a couple of modifications. I added a scarf upside down, so it's looking loud like the elf is sliding down in full speed. So here I created this slope with a couple of hinges at the bottom, and now I need to create a scene to make this slope going down. So the first thing I did was create a frame. So here is what I have. So I create a frame in between these black tiles, a smooth surface here, and some snow coming off on the side. So over here at these jumpers, I'm gonna connect this slope, so you can see that it fits just nice in there. Now I need to connect the hinges, and then I can just push it down slightly, and it goes in perfectly. So here we have our slope scene. Okay, and here I'm using a lot of white, and I was struggling because you can see now I have another block over here that is gonna connect over there. I'm using all my white pieces. You know, recently I already built a fantasy mock for my Snow Guardian, which it uses a lot of white. So for this one I was struggling a bit to find all the right pieces, but anyway, I managed to get it done. Now, what I wanted to create here is some structure to create a little bit of contrast and to break a little bit from all the white of the scene. So what I came up with is this sort of mountain house kind of thing. So I have a little bit of rock wall over here with some snow, little balcony over here with a door. Over there we can have a peek through what's happening in this little house. And again, this is gonna connect there at the back, sit on those tiles. And now the scene is already looking a little bit more interesting. Now here we need to add a little bit more details because still now there is no funny scene. I mean, it's pretty cute, but still we need to add more details to this. So first let's finish off the roof. So I wanted to have this inclined forward. So I use a couple of headlight bricks to make sure that the G-slopes are aligned nicely. So that can go on the side with a couple of icicle coming down, and then I can complete the roof with some of these tiles that usually come with all the minifigure CMF. I have a lot of them, so this was a good place to make a good use of it, with some snow falling down and created a little bit of interesting detail. Let's add a couple more characters. So here we have Mrs. Claus. It's not a particular minifigure, I put together with what I have in my collection. I added one extra plate there so she can get a little bit taller and we can have a little bit of a better view over there. We are also gonna give her here a croissant and a cup of tea or coffee with the same smoking effect that I used in my lake hut build last year. And then here another worry elf looking at what's coming and what's happening here on this slope. Let's finish off also a little bit the details at the back, because now we can see all through those windows. So I wanted to add a little bit of detail over there, so we can just turn it around. Over here you can see I add already a curtain. We can add one more so that when we're looking from outside it looks a little bit nicer. And also I wanted to have the idea of a sort of Christmas tree peeking through the door. So here I add a little gift, and here I have one of those old trees with some Christmas decoration. This is gonna just connect to that one stud over there. Let's see if I can find the right connection. There we go. So now when we look at this from the front, we can have a little peek into the house. Okay, now, where is the funny scene? Here. A couple of years ago, I built a funny scene for a LEGO Ideas contest where we have this minifigure coming down full of snow, rolling around in a big ball. So I decided to take that scene and recreate it with hopefully a better result this time. So here is the elf that is coming down. This is a ball created with the simple snow technique and all the slopes around. And he was skiing down and now he's rolling down this slope. So I'm just gonna connect it to that one stud. And now you can see why that minifigure looks really worried about this coming down. I also decided to add here a sort of decoration that was a sort of pole that was on the slope that is has been moved out by this rolling snowball coming down. So you can see now they are having a lot of fun, and this one is coming right at the back. I wanted to add one more detail to fill up the scene here. Ideally supposed to be some kind of snowy tree, but I was about to go on holiday when I built this, so I didn't have time to create a big tree. So I just decided to go adding one reindeer over here, this from the Elf Clubhouse. And I think this one at least add a little bit of color here at the background, and the scene is complete. Now, before I leave you, I want to give you a comparison between the two very similar scenes that I built. One is from now and one is from 2 years ago. So I think you can see already that other than the photography skills, my building techniques and the way that I build up my scenes by vignette has been improving a lot over these 2 years, and mostly is thanks to building. The more we build, the better we get. I hope this will give you some inspiration for your Winter Village builds. I will link down below the contest on Facebook so you can go and check out and see all the other cool mocks that all the builders created. And let's see. I will update you on the community post on how this will do in the contest. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Ciao, ciao.